Okay, here's a real iconic Reno lick for you called the Big Train lick, or at least that's what I call it because he played it in a tune called Big Train that he recorded with Bill Harrell back in the mid 60s, I believe. And it kind of sounds like a train chugging down the railroad tracks. So let me play it for you and then I'll break it down. All right. See how that kind of sounds like a train chugging down the tracks there? It's a really cool bluesy lick, and it's not that hard to do, really. It's based out of your F7th shape. So we're going to hold down this F7th shape the whole time we're doing this lick. So, all right. So what you do is you set it up with the fourth string. So we play the fourth string right out of that shape. All right. And then we pinch the first and second strings. And we pull off the first fret when we pinch that. So, and then hammer back down on the first fret. So, all right. So let me take my fingers off the frets to show you what I'm doing on the first fret there, just for clarity. But you do want to hold down this whole shape when you do this. Don't take your fingers off the strings and just do the first fret. Just hold your fingers there and keep that held down. But what I'm doing is I'm pulling off the first fret, and it's a double stop pull off. So what I'm doing is I'm pinching the first and second strings, and then I'm pulling off with this finger. And then lay your finger back down. So, all right. So I'm kind of pulling down and away from the string. So, all right. So hold that F shape down and do that. All right. And that's all there is to it, really. There are several patterns you can do with this. There's a whole bunch of different patterns you could do with it. So you could double up with the pull off there. All right. But that's the same basic concept. You start it with the fourth string and you do your pull off, your double stop pull off. Like I said, you can mix the pattern up a little bit to get it however you want it to sound. So once you have that, we can, just like a lot of these other licks, we can move that to any place on the neck. Don used this in a lot of songs. Later years, he would put it in Limehouse Blues, or it really, you can put it in anything. But it does sound good in any kind of train-related song because it kind of has that chugging sound. Orange Blossom Special, he put it in Bringing In the Georgia Mail, later versions of that. But really, you can put it in any medium to fast-paced tune. Don liked to play it a lot during fiddle backup. So if a fiddle's taking a break on a fast breakdown or something, you could play that lick behind there. So an example, we can move that up to G. So we're just basically doing an F7th shape, but we're going to use, move it up to G. So that's your G7th. We're going to do the exact same thing. We're just going to pull off that finger here on the third fret instead of the first fret. So start it with the fourth string. So the hardest part about this lick is just learning to do that pull off and getting it to sound right, where you're just rolling your finger kind of off, down and off the strings. All right, let's move it up to A. Move it up to C. All right, so Don uses that a lot in Limehouse Blues. Then Limehouse Blues goes C to A, you could go to A. So start it in C. Move it up to D. All right. So, like I said, once you learn that, you can play it in any key, any place on the neck, whatever the tune that you want to play it in. And it's a really cool little bluesy lick that hardly anybody does. So I hope you like that one.